The curse of competence. What's wrong with being really good at what you do? Part of the challenge comes when obviously talented people who were themselves once whirlwinds of innovation, when market conditions change and they have to adapt, they become surprisingly inept at being able to do so because they want to rely on the strategies and the mindsets that worked for them in the past. Now, why is that a problem? Because as things change, they've got to change with it. They tend to want to even fight and maintain the status quo. This is the way things used to work in the past. They'll work for us in the future. They get very protective and they want to keep things that way. So what is the warning for you? If you're older and you've been doing what you've been doing a long time, that's the warning sign because you tend to probably fight even more. People who are newer, the enthusiastic beginners, tend to be open to looking outside where they are much more quickly than people have been doing it the same way a long time. It really comes down to the law of familiarity. The more you're around something or someone, the more you tend to take it for granted. It could be your career. It's a killer of marriages, for example. Familiarity breeds contempt. So contempt is really disdain or hatred for somebody. So here's the challenge. The more you're around somebody, the more you tend to hate them. Now here's the question for you. Are you in a relationship with somebody, for example, who might have a few faults? Of course we all are, right? The danger is if you tend to focus on what you don't like about somebody, that'll be a reality. If you focus on what you love, admire, or treasure about them, that's going to be a reality for you too. So you got to be very, very careful. What's gotten too familiar? Is there something that's very repetitive what you're doing? You got to be very, very aware. You got to be able to get out of your box and your sphere of influence. A couple things you can do, action steps. Number one, read different things. Talk to different people, younger people. Talk to people with a different experience level than you. That'll help overcome the curse of competence. You got to be good at what you do, but you got to be willing to get even better, especially in today's market.